So after all this time, it's here. It's here. Pretty much it's a revamped AyaNeo. Wow, the box for $700. The box is beautiful. I really hope that they open up this so I can order another one. I really want to order another one. It's way better looking than my AYN Loki and my Steam Deck. I got a Loki Zero too. So this is our fourth Windows PC or x86 PC handheld. How do I connect my crypto wallet, my Sui wallet? How do I? Man, I got so many questions. This is awesome. I don't even know if I want to. Can I order another one? That way I can put this one on my shelf and not open it. All right, micro scale garages. For the past 2 years, I've been playing this AYN Loki Max. Been messing around with Adrian's Loki Zero, but I can't get the BIOS to upload right. So I reverted it back to original BIOS that was on the motherboard. So mainly just retro games with that, like N64. The most will play like older PC games, like maybe like 2012. I want to say like right around when the Xbox One, Xbox 360 was ending. Those PC games, so like Tomb Raider, that kind of stuff can play on the Loki Zero. This thing plays all the way up to the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare because it's got a Ryzen 5 in it. Play the finals. It won't play off the grid. You know, it's like a 3060 graphics card. So yeah, it's pretty good. So for about a year and a half, been waiting on Sui's Player X01, and it came today. So I'm just gonna I don't want to open it. I kind of want to keep it sealed, but I want to feel the handheld because this is essentially, really and truly, what it is a AyaNeo 2S, and for about 3 years, I was eyeing the 2S, and then they came out the 3S, and I'm like, sweet, 2S is gonna be cheaper. But yeah, let's check out the box. I mean, the packaging so it was $6.99, which is cheaper than an AyaNeo 2S. Oh, okay, I thought all that stuff was gonna come off or whatever. So it's cheaper than an AyaNeo 2S. Because the AyaNeo 2S you're looking at like $500, and this is a Ryzen 7 7800U, 16 gigabyte model, 512 gigabyte SSD. I'm not really worried about the SSD because I believe that you can upgrade the SSD. Okay, I don't want to drop it, so I'm just gonna do this all one hand. This is all just, I'm gonna grab it with my knees. Pull up. Oh, it says the capacity on the side, on the specifications. I didn't even see that. Oh, got that up. Nice. So let's read the specs. 7-inch IPS no bezel display, basically same thing. Resolution 1920 by 12. Ryzen 7 7800. The OS is Playtron Game OS. Battery, connectivity, storage. 16 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, it's DDR5 RAM. LP DDR5X RAM. Wow. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh, it's not that heavy neither. It's heavy. Hold on, my camera's blurry. Oh, it's got butt cheeks on the back. The butt cheeks feel ergonomic. It's a little thicker than my Loki, but my Loki's more rounded. It's got some sharp edges on it, so this feels comfortable to hold, even just holding it like this. All right, we got information on there. I don't want to show all that. All right. Let's set that right there. Let's see what else we got. Okay, we got some manuals and stuff. Just pull that up. Oh, we got our charger. I don't even want to like touch all this stuff. I just want to. What is this? Oh, it's got the Sui emblem all over the boxes instead of the AyaNeo. This is a USB cable. What is this? Oh, I'm denting the box. I don't want to dent the box. I gotta fix that box. Yeah, I gotta fix that. What is this? My son's in there playing Roblox. This is the charger with all the European stuff. Oh, that's cool. I finally got a headset, a handset with one of the little different European plugs. Even though I'm not gonna go out of the country no time soon. And this must be our charging brick. So I'm gonna get the charging brick out and the cable. And then I'm gonna set up the charging and then we'll turn on power and turn it on. So just real quick, these little pamphlets, these are the user manuals. It tells you what all the buttons and stuff do. But I like the print on this. I like the quality. Like, I've never had a unboxing of an iPhone. I've always fixed people's iPhones and, bought used iPhones. But this is like, it's way more quality than AYN, AyaNeo stuff. This is like top tier right here, I'm probably going to use this. My carrying case was supposed to come at the same time as the Sui Player because they gave me a free XO1 carrying case. I didn't get the XOCIETY one. Oh, okay, that's just a cover. So I'm going to be using this if I decide to take it to work to play on it. Let's go ahead and turn it on. Let's get the box out of the way and stuff. Alright, so it's a smaller charger than the Loki. But I don't know if I was recording that. So we'll try and 100 watts. Alright, so I brought out the other handhelds just so the XO1 or the 0X1, me and my dyslexia, the 0X1 can feel at home. But the build quality, it's as light as the Zero. Like when I pick it up, it's as light as the Zero, so like it feels like the lightness of the Steam Deck, because that's how the Zero feels. But the Loki Max feels heavy to me. It feels real bulky for some reason. They're the exact same size, the Loki Zero and the Loki Max. They're the exact same size, but for some reason this one feels bulkier than I believe there was a 6300U some processor in there. It's a weaker AMD processor. I don't even think it's a Ryzen that's in the Zeros. But for $230, you can get this, or you can get the Ambernic Win 600, I think it was called, or the Win 300. But anyways, I chose the Loki Zero so they'll match. Me and my son, he rarely plays it. When we go on trips or something, he'll take it. Xavier's Steam Deck, I think truly the reason why he don't play this is because it's got that 64 gig SSD, so I gotta upgrade his SSD. So he plays it sometimes or whatever, but he talks about he just can't hold his library, and he's got a lot of games. So, I'm gonna have to upgrade his SSD. But back to this SuiPlay 0X1 that I cannot believe that I'm holding in my hand. Like I was like thinking like I was like, man, is this true? I was seeing all the people on X with it and stuff, but I got one. So, without further ado, that was lovely. Need the tripod. I haven't even got a tracking number for the Solana phone. I got this thing before the Solana phone. That's one thing. So right now we're waiting on Xavier's shoes, but I'm gonna put it in this DJI Osmo, so that way I can vlog. All right, so let's try this camera angle. Got my Loki on. I calmed the fans down, so you see me in the reflection for sure. We got our Sui button here. That's awesome. Try and zoom my camera. It's got a front glass. All right. Let's see. We got two USB ports at the top. Our volume rocker. We got a third L button. Third right button. And I love how it's in that Sui blue. Because this is almost like you got the Ducky 2S, the yellow one, that pink Ducky 2S. Now you got this like navy blue with sky blue accents, like, or the Sui. I don't know how to say it, but Playtron OS still got the same openings here to open it, but you don't get new ones. So once you pry them off, they're gonna be destroyed. So upgrading the SSD is gonna be a task. Let's try and turn this on. You can hear the fans over my Loki. My Loki is at 48% fan. This fan is louder. Turn. I was gonna say I had a black screen for a long time. I was getting a little scared, but I forgot. This is Linux, so I might be loading up like AS Space, like putting Windows on here with an AS Space 2S on here, but I want to check out a different distro. You know what I'm saying? So hold A to scroll fast. Okay. Not really like a lot of lag what they're talking about. The D-pad feels good to use. I like how light it is. It's not hurting my wrists like my Loki Max. Like that thing, I'll be like playing on that thing, like on the couch, like, oh, but I'll be in it. And the screen is bigger. Like it's I'm not even gonna bring the doggone Switch 2 over. But we're not talking about Switches or Android. I mean, this is Linux, so same thing. You know, we're just gonna agree to all that. Okay, so now I gotta connect to the internet. I'm gonna do all that stuff and everything like that. And yeah, be right back. All right, I had a little bit of chance to mess around with the Sui Player 0x1. I like it. It's more powerful than my Loki, more powerful than Steam Deck, way more powerful than my Loki Zero, yeah. But let's just be real. This is a AyaNeo 2S. All right. So if you look up the AyaNeo 2Ss, they had a bunch of limited edition versions of the AyaNeo 2S, and this is like one of them. This Sui Player from Miston Labs. So what Miston Labs did was probably what they did was, I'm not saying this is what they did, but I'm just guessing. This is a guess. You know what I'm saying? These are a bunch of old stocks of the AyaNeo 2S 7840U processor version. Matter of fact, it's the 16 gigabyte with the 512. It says blue. So Sui Play Blue on the thing. It says Gametron, Game OS. So what they did was they wiped OS because there was probably like a blue one They changed the buttons and everything like that. Kind of like there's like a pink ducky version. There's a black ducky version. You know what I'm saying? There's different colors. There's a retro. That's like their most powerful 2S is the retro one. I think that one's like 32 gig RAM, like 2 terabyte storage or something like that. And I think it has that 8840U processor in it. But anyways, there's a lot of games because it's Linux, it's running Linux. There's a lot of games that it just won't play. It's not like the Steam Deck, where Steam Deck uses Proton. Proton pools games and it lets it like a layer. You know, think about crypto, like a layer one and a layer two. Sorry about that. It allows it to play, games. That's why you're able to play COD, Fortnite and stuff like that on your Steam Deck. And the anti cheat on here, it was messing up last night. So I went through. I was able to play XOCIETY, and then I had to go back through, go on their website, and then last night at like 5 in the morning, I was able to play like a round of XOCIETY. This Axolotl game. Yeah, so there was a problem with like logging in with Epic when I'm already logged in with Epic because I downloaded the game from my Epic account, but because it's not Windows, you know what I'm saying? So it has a hard time like doing that third authentication login. Like I logged in, plugged in a mouse, clicked everything because you have to plug in a mouse because there's no mouse. Like there's a mouse cursor when you use your finger, and there is a web browser and a desktop, but it's in the back end. Like I got to like once you log in, if you go up to the top, that little top part, that's like your web browser because it's like running like a Ubuntu. You know what I'm saying? It's Linux. So you go to websites and stuff, but the websites won't load. Like the videos, the JPEG pictures, all the XHTML, all that stuff won't load. So I like, it's a little quick. And then at first, this game was crashing. This is just the demo. It was crashing, just going back to the menu, and then it would play it. Easy delivery code plays, but it don't save my Steam games. So it don't save on the Steam cloud. Epic has been seeming to save. I was able to play some Epic games offline, and then all of a sudden, after that break, when I went to show my friends the system, it was like, you must log in. So I had to like hurry up, log in on my phone real quick, and then I was able to play. I was just checking out Outer Worlds. That's pretty good. That game runs. Downloading this, then this Arcadian. I just booted it up. It actually ran it pretty good. There's another game that I bought. Oh yeah, I bought this game because I was like, oh, this would be sweet to play at work. And it just there's no controls. Like I can't even like use Xbox controller. Or, there's no button mapping or anything. So like when you go down here to go to button mapping, so it wants you to with Game Lab. So I should be able to like there should be an app store. I should be able to download Game Lab and use Game Lab on here because they have their version of their button mapping. They have it for Windows, iOS, Windows x86, x86 MSI, and then they have a bunch of different Linux versions. And it's like, well, how come their system itself don't have Game Lab? So then it takes you here, then it wants you to do all this crap, and send a link and stuff. And it's like, dude, no, like controller, no, it's not. You know what I'm saying? Like, it tries to pull information from Steam, I guess, like a little bit of information from Steam, but there's no pictures or anything like that. And this keyboard is draining my battery, so I need to unplug the keyboard. But yeah, I like it. It's way more comfortable than my Loki. So I'm gonna end up probably putting Windows on it. I'm just happy that I got something that's limited edition that I waited. And plus, it's still cool. It's still awesome. I would like to see what else they would do with Proton because through Windows I can still download Playtron OS or Game OS and still try it out and everything like that. And then if I like it, I'll put it back on here. And if it's better, like they need an app store, They need to get their security together. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, like I was able to play this game pretty good, and then it had three versions of the game on my system, and I'm like, what? Like I don't understand like what's going on. So I tried to delete one, and it deleted all three, and I'm like, what? Were those saves? Like it didn't say if they were saves. It was just like three games in my games library, and I was just like, yeah, that's weird. Like, see, look, some of the Epic games recently installed. I gotta reinstall Sui Super B because they're gonna be doing like a competition coming on. So I want to play that on Playtron. Later on tonight and everything like that. But let's plug up the charger. Let's see if we can get this XOCIETY to load up. All right, so I don't know, I'm gonna turn down the music because it's very loud. Just right now it's being quiet. I don't know. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't know why it's like super quiet. That's another thing about these handhelds. I think they all do that. Oh yeah, finding a match in this game is like it takes a long time. But so while it's finding a match, oh, match begins in pretty quick. I know people are playing this on the PC, so you can grab this game, XOCIETY. You can grab it on the Epic Store. It's kind of fun, you know what I'm saying? It's early access, as you can see. There's a little slowdown. Why am I shooting? I can't. The only thing I'd say about this game is they fixed the camera issue or like the gyro drift, the thumbstick drift. Yeah, I was getting like mad thumbstick drift. But this game runs pretty good. There's a little bit of like ghosting, but that's not the console. That's Epic, you know, the game engine. So when you're making a game, like I have a couple game files that does this, where it does like that ghosting, that blurry stuff. The games that I've been working on in Epic, you know what I'm saying? Especially Unreal Engine 4. That's the engine that I'm running in is Unreal Engine 4, and this looks like the character model that structure that looks like Unreal Engine 4. And I can tell by like the way the buildings and all that stuff, the textures and everything. I mean, it could be Unreal Engine 5 just with older assets or whatever, but and then plus for videotaping, I'm looking at it through my phone. But if I was to look at it through the screen itself, it's very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It plays games really well. So like I'm playing that game, you know what I'm saying? And I want to jump in the dread. Let's just, if we want to, yeah. I'm probably gonna get banned because I just like jumped out of a match. But I just want to show, because that's a Web 3 game, and this is a Web 2 game. And I play this game on my Switch. It looks flawless on my OLED. I got the hard copy, so Epic gave this game out for free. Yeah, I mean it. When the games and it works, and just for console ability, this is like smooth. This is perfect. But like I said, we need game loot. We need Ubisoft. We need the ones so we can play big time. That's what I was trying to say was game loot. I think it's big times is I don't know. I'm not whatever big times. You know, and it sucks that all these games gotta have their own launchers. You know, it just sucks. It's like back in the day, you had Barton Cablevision, you had cable, you had Comcast. You know, which was Barton, and then you pay for your cable, and you had all your channels. You know what I'm saying? Like Why do I gotta go to Amazon Video? Oh yeah, we need Amazon Gaming too. But snap, dude, that song was loud. But I mean, it drops in the games pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Just some games it won't play because it's Linux. You know what I'm saying? It that right there, like if more people were to work in Linux, it would be a lot. I can't see what I'm doing because I'm looking through the phone screen. But you know what I'm saying? If more people were to work in Linux, like ARM. Oh yeah, and there was that the Proton ARM. They had that file for ARM for the button mapping thing. But I wish they had it on the console. You know, put an app store on here. You know what I'm saying? There's an app store in Raspbian OS. You know what I'm saying? There's an app store in Ubuntu and Ubuntu Mate and stuff. You know, you can throw Chromium and all that stuff on there. You know, give me like a browser. You know what I'm saying? Give me Brave. That's Web3. You know what I'm saying? Bump some Firefox. Give me Brave. I can earn the Brave token. You know what I'm saying? Let me have the ability, if this is supposed to be my console that I can take everywhere, let me have the ability, hook it up to my phone Wi-Fi, which I've done. Let me go on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know it's supposed to be like a game console. It's supposed to be like a game console. It's got to be, outbeat Steam. You know what I'm saying? I think you can put YouTube on Steam. Yeah, you can. Give me a desktop mode. You know what I'm saying? I know that takes away the console experience, but some people, they just like a desktop mode. You know, I love the Sega Dreamcast back in the day because the Sega Dreamcast had a web browser. You know what I'm saying? So it was like I can game and then I can go on the internet. You know, but yeah, that's all I got to say about the Sui Player 0x1, aka the S2. I'm happy with it. You know, I'm happy with the build quality. It sucks that if I want to change the SSD though, those are gonna get fucked. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't give me no extra little blue clips and then on their website. They need to sell parts. You know, they need to have extra buttons. They need to have analog sticks for sale. You know what I'm saying? Because all this stuff is, it's a laptop. They need to have extra L and R2 buttons. They need to have the upgraded cooling system. Now, I don't know if this has the upgraded cooling system that was put because I believe the AyaNeo 2 was a 6800U, and I think they had cooling issues because the screen gets stupid hot. I was like, yeah, it's AyaNeo. The screen gets hot on the 2 and the 2S, just dumb hot, like it'll burn you. You know what I'm saying? I got my screen brightness. I think it's up right now. No, I got my screen brightness down. So yeah, well, man, and I really wish I didn't delete not Dying Light, but that zombie game because that zombie game looked really good. And we just want to play this. It's from GOG. And it just it works. You know what I'm saying? Give me Xbox Live. Let me connect my Xbox Ultimate to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Microsoft's not gonna I don't know, work with Miston Labs. They could work with Miston Labs. You gotta think because Miston Labs they did say that they were talking about like they can do things on the blockchain with like Pokemon. They mentioned Pokemon. Like I don't know if they're working with Pokemon. And then you gotta think Square Enix. Square Enix had a lot to do with. Well, they didn't have a lot to do, but they found it. They gave them some money for Playtron. So they need to, it's out, it's here. You know, I'm happy you guys beat fucking Solana with giving me my phone. Like thinking about just sending an email like, hey, can I just get a refund of all the Solana that I paid for back in 2024? Yeah, I think Solana was like $80. So I spent a lot of Solana. Man, I would have a little bit of cheddar right now. You know what I'm saying? If I would have held my Solana, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted a new new phone. I need a new phone. I got the cracked screen. And my phone's still running. That's what we're on right now. But this game runs. So, yeah. I mean, it looks pretty good. Look at this. There's no... That's another thing. I can't set my TDP. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can't set my TDP. Like, that's just a pause menu. That's a menu button. And the LC buttons, you know, you can't map them, so you can't use those third. I would like to customize them and map them and stuff, but you can't do that because you don't have the button mapping. So, yeah, I'm about to put Windows on it. But, yeah, that's my impressions, my review. I do like it, but I'm just going to make it my own. Like, share, subscribe, you guys. Peace and love. God bless. See you guys in the next video. That's the Sui Player.